Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream. Today is going to be a quick live stream. We're going to go for about a half hour because Omar is a very busy man. And thank you so much for your time this evening, Omar.
It's okay.
What are you up to this weekend?
We are shooting a movie Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I have 3 of my dogs are in it.
Fantastic. And so
Ash, Jazzy, and Lucy.
And all 3 of them, you have to get them all ready, prepped, get them in the trailer, wake up early.
Well, yeah, that's what I was telling you, that I need to get the trailer ready, the generator, all that stuff. I have a small little trailer that sometimes I can take into set and just pop the air, and that's my little office right there, and that way we don't have to worry about going here and just I got my own little trailer right there for them, so it's all good.
Yeah, everything stays the same, familiar,
Yeah, and I probably go. I'm also going to take the puppies and maybe the cat, because it's every chance that I get to take him, or especially like the cat, is good socialization because they're not used to that. I mean, the cat is, but the new puppies are not. So there's going to be an experience for them to be around a lot of people and stuff like that. When I get a chance, I walk on set and let them see people walking around with cameras and ladders and all. So it'll be a good experience for everybody.
What's the biggest difference between training a cat versus a dog?
You know what? Cats are very smart, very, very smart. I mean, but if you have like a personal cat, if you treat him like a dog, it's incredible. I just think that they're a lot more difficult. I mean, I say at least 20 times harder than a dog, because I mean, let me put it this way: with the time that I put training a cat, I could probably train 20 dogs. So it's like where I count at least 20 times more difficult. You have to be very, very consistent, and you have to be aware of a lot of things where they become very nervous and very shy of, and they can get spooked, So you gotta be really careful on what you're doing with the cats. But if you do it right, they're incredible.
Well, obviously I'm watching you do it, and I want to thank you, dude. So I'm sharing this to the last group here, the last little dog training group. But last time we were live, we started talking about the new project that I had going on, the Bow Wow Bill live page, which is a live page or a paid page or group where people could access a different part of my life. And we started talking about it, and I was like, man, this is something that you should think about doing. Because I've wanted to come down there and shadow you. There's not very many dog trainers that I've really wanted to learn from, but you're definitely one of them. And I know I've contacted you. I have some of your DVDs that you've sold in years previously. But I know that you're just like tomorrow and this weekend, you have a movie to shoot. Your schedule is one, unpredictable, 2, super busy, and in order for me to come down there and to make it worth it for both of us, I would be paying you a lot of money, $500+ at least every single day.
I'll give you a break.
What's that?
I'll give you a break. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Because you're the man, dude. I love you. But that's it. It's like I've had this this need to come down there, and then you started to open up your place, but there were some zoning problems.
Yeah.
And so that avenue closed as well. Yeah. And so we built this site. We built this site, omarvanmueller.com, and this is a paid group. And tell people about it. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, thanks to you that you got me into it and talk to me about how it was done. I thought I had heard about things like this before, but I thought it was a lot more difficult. And I said, you know what, let me give it a shot. And you told me how it works. And I said, you know what, it's a great idea. It's a great idea because I train no matter what. Every day I'm training my dogs. So if people have the opportunity to see me training them, all I have to do is pretty much put the camera in there and show everybody what I'm doing. Like I was commenting to you earlier, I'm gonna get me that little solo camera, the one that follows you around, so I can put the baby in the yard. And when I'm training, the camera follows you, so you don't have to have somebody following you with the phone. So I think that's gonna work pretty cool. And And now that the summer is almost over, you're going to see a lot of training. You're going to see a lot of props, and you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff, because that's when I get pumped. When it gets a little cooler, then it's just like training all day long, and just using my head, imagination, and what else I'm going to train new stuff. And so it's going to be really cool. I think people are really going to enjoy this.
Well, and I think that it speaks to a couple different audiences, people that are passionate about dogs, that kind of want to see how this is done, and are fans of yours. But as somebody who works with dogs, as a dog professional, just watching you work through tasks and how you chain different things, right? Can I show that video of Jumpy with the blanket?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll show that as an example. Let me see if I could pull this up here. But that's it. Is like, we as professionals, we see things, especially when it pertains to animals and dogs in particular, through a different set of eyes. And just being able to watch somebody work, and that's why shadow programs are very popular, is because watching, you pick up a lot, you glean a lot just by watching the process unfold.
Right.
And so, just to see how you work through stuff and the creative ways that you help dogs make the connection of what you want to do, the very abstract things that you want them to do, is amazing. But I want to thank you, because I think I've been selling my dog short.
Yeah, totally. I can see you're working it more now.
You better believe it. And you've inspired me, and I think that this will do this to other people when they watch and see how it's done, and see what you're getting dogs to do, and then looking at their dog and wondering if they're capable of much more than we think they are.
Yeah, way more. Trust me.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little drink here. So, let me see if I could find this too, and I have. I'm actually going to go to the Omar Von Mueller Live here, because I think that's where it was. Mueller Live. And so, no, is that it? Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
No, this one is the page. Sorry.
And the page is only like a teaser. Yeah.
Yep. So when you go to sign up, you go to omarvonmueller.live. It's $39.95 a month. So less than $40 a month. And if you look and did the math, if it was $40 a month, that'd be $480 a year. It'd be less than, to join the Omar Van Mueller Live for 1 year is less than it would take to shadow you just for 1 day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's an amazing value.
A lot more, for sure. I mean, there's only so much you can do in 1 day, and there's a lot that we can do in a year. So.
Yep. Absolutely. And being able to work every single day. And not only that, but you upload multiple videos every day too.
Yeah. So. And it's going to get better. Like I said, we just started, but it's going to get definitely better.
All right. And so it looks like, all right, I'm still looking for where did you put it? Maybe you put it on your regular page, huh?
No, it's on the Omar Live. The regular page, there's one, but that's just a teaser. That doesn't show the progress.
Okay. Well, and that's what people were asking me. Like, I had some dog trainers asking me. In fact, let me see if Jackie is here. Jackie, can you, and Larry Crone is here. Hey, Larry. Tosh from New Zealand is here. Jackie from Australia is here. Hey, and Jack. My beautiful wife, Dawn, is joining us as well. So great to have you all. We're talking about Omar's new page that he just started, brand new. omarvonmueller.live, www.omarvonmueller.live, where he is showing you how to do. Well, I think it's not just showing you, it's showing you, where he's at with these dogs and just working them. It's not like typical dog training page, wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, that's what I like. I like the tricks. I like to teach different things. So that's what you're gonna see. And I'll try to explain the best I can. Like I say, sometimes I'm away from the camera, so I cannot. So people have to really use their imagination and just to see what I'm doing. But whenever I get a chance to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I'm more than glad to come to the camera and talk to the camera. Or if I can answer questions to somebody that sends me a question, if I can answer it, then I would love to do that too.
Beautiful. Larry Cron says amazing stuff.
Oh, thanks, Larry. So you got some good stuff yourself too.
Yes, he does. What I love about Larry is the full encompassing of all fields of dog training. You know, the e-collar, the prong, the treats, and he says, you know, I've always called the prong collar power steering for dogs when you're working with behavior, and he says steer the dog. What does he say? Dang it, I can't even think about it now. Steer the dog. Maybe you could write it down, you guys, because well, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me just grab the book.
You want to get a book?
Okay.
There it is.
So here's Larry's book. And I would love to have you on here, Larry. It says, the e-collar is like a cell phone, the prong collar is like a steering wheel, and the clicker is a big freaking party. Call your dog and steer him to the big freaking party. And so he uses all different types of equipment. And I've really started using treats a lot more, man, after talking with you and working with you. And my dogs love it, dude. They're into it, you know, and it's just that balance, you know.
Are you hand feeding or not?
Say that?
Are you hand feeding or not?
Yes.
No.
What's the significance of that?
Well, I mean, if you're strictly hand feeding, then you get a more drive for the food and the treats. So you get more energy and more desire for the dog to work. Yep. If it's just treats, but the dog is having a full meal, then it's like sometimes you create a little bit of if the dog doesn't want to do it or he's tired or whatever. So, but if it's strictly hand feeding, when they're your personal dogs, I mean, I'm expected to hand feed a client's dog, but if it's your personal dog, yeah, it's us. If you only have a few, then it's not hard.
Yep. Oh, hold on, So I found the video, and not only that, but I noticed some of my dogs' particular, like my Ash doesn't like eating in the morning. Mm-hmm. But at night, man, he's hungry.
Right.
You know, so whatever he doesn't eat, then he doesn't eat. And so at night when he's hungry, I utilize that to help that learning process as well. Mm-hmm. And so let me see if I can put this onto the broadcast here. So you tell me can you see this, Omar?
Yes.
Okay. And so maybe you can.
A little small, but I can see it.
Okay, so here's the blanket roll. And so this is an example of the stuff that you're going to see. Now, I don't have the audio on right here. Here, I could put it on the audio. Let me put my system preference. Hold on one second. And I'll put it out here so you can hear Omar. So he's not in my headphones. And so, can you hear him? Nope. Hold on. Oh, I need to unmute it.
Fingers and get it done. We're going to start with a mark. Like you can see, there's a tape mark right here. First step will be for the dog to go to the mark and lay down. Go mark, sit, and down. Oh, very good. Stay right there. Very good. Next step will be to give the dog a bandana and teach him to roll with it. All right, stay. Take it, hold it, down, stay, and over, over. Good, over, stay, hold it. Okay, good job. Next step will be for the dog to pick up the bandana on his own and roll over. A couple times. Ready? Stay. Stay. Ready? 1, 2, take it, hold it, over, and stay. Good boy.
Good job.
Very good boy. Next step will be to tie down the bandana.
This is right here. This is what, the connection, this is what's important. How do you chain these commands together, right?
Blanket.
Just like this.
What's that, Omar?
No, I say just a little common sense, because I know a lot of people try to teach that trick and they start with the blanket right away, where it's so much easier to teach with something that is a cloth material, like a bandana, or it could be a little piece of rag or anything like that you can teach them to roll over with it in no time, And once the dog gets that, then you start attaching it to the blanket and then roll over. So it's just a little common sense,
Yep, and then we also have go to your mark. So if your dog doesn't know that, then that's something to work on.
Yeah, it's a combination of a few behaviors that are put together there to do it right. So,
absolutely. And so let's finish it.
Now we're going to repeat the same rollover with the bandana, except that the blanket is tied up to it. Ready? 1, 2,
Oh, is
take it. Hold it. Over, 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 over. Jumpy, stay. Hold it. Good boy. And the next step will be for him to hold the corner of the blanket and roll over. Ready? Stay. Ready? Take it. Hold it. Hold it. 1, 2, over, over, over. Come on. Stay. Okay, good boy. And the last step will be for the dog to do the whole thing on his own. Ready? Jumpy mark. Sit. Down. Stay. Take it. And over. Over. And cover.
And covers another series of command.
Yeah.
They lay on top of that, you know.
I was just before Jumpy passed. I was making 110 tricks. That's where that comes from the footage that I had that I was making with Jumpy. And actually, I discovered that he had cancer when I was around the 35 tricks. So I was piling him down like 2 minutes just to explain really quick how the trick was done. So I have about 35 of those that I'm going to be putting every once in a while.
Okay, fantastic.
So I just never finished it. So.
Well, Jackie says, fascinating to see multiple commands used at once. Never seen that before.
Come on, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie's done in Australia too. I believe she's new, but and that's what I love about your work, man. Folks, if you work with dogs, and if your dog, like for example, a simple thing that I would do is I would have my dog hand my clients, especially my prospective clients that were on the fence. I would be like, okay, why don't you give me a call and then I would have my dog I'd give my dog a business card, and my dog would run over to them and jump up and sit pretty and then hand them a business card.
Yeah.
That by itself makes you so much money. If your dogs are capable of doing this, imagine what your clients can do with your dog or their dogs, but also just imagine, what you don't know. A lot of people don't know what they don't know. And in the dog training world, we have a lot of people with big egos that control animals, and they don't necessarily want to stop and, say a very powerful statement. One of the most powerful statements we can make as an individual is, I was wrong, right? And 2, they don't want to accept teachings from others. And I think that's a huge mistake.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, and this is a good opportunity for people to learn, So what is, you're coming up with the fall time. It's going to be cooler. So we're going to be working on some more stuff. Do you have any dogs that are like green right now that are just starting out?
I have the 3 puppies. They're 6 months old. So I'm pretty much putting a lot of foundation on them right now. Just do a lot of play, a lot of words, a lot of just having a good time, building them up, getting, building up their sense of smell, because I know a lot of tricks, really cool tricks that you can use scent discrimination. And I just love to work with that. And also stamina, building up muscles, all that kind of stuff is very, very important, because most likely they'll be doing quite a few stunts, so you need to start get them ready from now. So, I get a lot of like bad reps, like, oh, you're overworking your dogs, they're jumping too high, they're running too fast. I guess they've never seen 2 border collies running in a yard playing by themselves. That's crazy. They're very athletic, very energetic dogs, and instead of just letting them do it on their own, you do it with your whatever you're gonna teach them. So.
Well, I think that falls into what I was saying about selling our dogs short. Sometimes we need to allow our dogs to show us what they're capable of.
Oh yeah. I think like I told you before, I think we're just scratching the surface of what dog training is all about. The way it has developed in the last 10 years, it's just incredible. So some things that we thought was impossible for a dog to do, then they proved us wrong over and over again. So I never say never anymore.
Yeah, what is the thing that has blown your mind the most, do you think, during this whole learning process of working with dogs?
You know what? It's just like I was telling you, like when I started teaching skateboarding, for example, like I mean, for me, just the dog to get on the skateboard and just push it 2-3 steps, it was incredible because back then there was no skateboarding dogs that I knew of. And then it was going down curves, then making turns, going up and down the pipes. And then a couple of bulldogs came out and they were doing some incredible skateboarding. And now there's more and more. I mean, when I started this, I was like, really, you know, I was expecting the dog just to go from A to B, 10 yards, and I was happy as I could be, you know. So, and there's a lot of things. I mean, like I was telling you also, I don't make too many comments on what a dog can do or what cannot do. I don't do that anymore. I used to do it when I was young. When I was young, I was like, I will discuss and I would say, yeah, that dog can never do that, or you should never do this, or I think you should do that. I never say that again because I've been wrong. I've been wrong for many years. You can say this dog cannot do that, and then somebody else comes out and shows you that it can, or vice versa. Or, you know, so it's like pretty much the way I train now, the way I talk to people is this is how I train my dogs. I don't tell you how you should train your dogs because, like I said, I could be so wrong because I've been wrong many times. I've been doing this for 30 some years, and every few years you realize like, man, I was really wrong, and I was talking a lot of crap like I knew what I was talking about, and I was wrong. So that's why I learned not to do it anymore. So pretty much what I do is this is how I train. This is how I correct my dog. This is how I do it. I don't tell anybody else anymore. You should do this or you should do that because I could be wrong. You know, so
yeah. I mean, and you've proved so many times that, I mean,
it's wrong.
It blew my mind with Lucy, dude. Like, I seriously, folks, when I was sitting there, I'm so excited because it's the first time that I actually get to watch Omar train dogs, and I'm watching him with Lucy, and Lucy's is poodle, and I'm gonna find a little clip here. There it is, and I'm thinking that Omar, because he's got this leash on this dog. And it's a skateboarding dog here. And I'm thinking that Omar's just going to have this dog come up and stand on the skateboard or go touch it with his paw. You know, this is like regular dog training stuff. Like, oh, good dog, you touched it, you know? And I'm sitting there watching this, and I got to show people it because this is what I saw, okay? And I'm sitting there. I think it was early afternoon because I watched it live, and this is what Lucy did, and this is the type of stuff that you'll learn. And I didn't even think that this was possible. So take a look, folks.
All right. We're trying to teach Lucy to mount the skateboard as she walks. Right? She's learning a low go, but it's actually turning a roll. See how it goes. Ready? Push it head. Up, up. One, two, walk.
And I just laughed, man, because it was just so out of the purview of what I was expecting, man, that it just made me happy. It made me excited because, you know, I've been doing this for a very long time, working with dogs, and
she knows she can go a long way. She can go almost a home.
That's wild. So we have a question. We're going to have about 5 more minutes, and we're going to let Omar go. You guys, we're going to let him go get ready for his.
You can go for a little longer. It's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So Jackie from Australia says, what tricks do you recommend for the average new pet dog client? Something easy that can help them have fun. I just use basic touch at present, but would like to add in others.
All right. Basic tricks are like to play dead, roll over, turn around, sit pretty, wave high, all that kind of stuff. Those are very, very simple, very easy to manipulate the dog and to make him do it. One that you see me doing a lot is just to turn around. And it's just a simple trick, right? Like the dog is in front of me and I say turn around, and it turns around and spins or barks, whatever. I use that trick as a stress relief trick because they love doing that. So all of my dogs, as soon as I say turn around, they just spin and bark and they get all happy. So for whatever reason, let's say I'm teaching something new, and for whatever reason the dog is getting some type of pressure because it's something new or he doesn't want to do it or whatever, then all I have to do is turn around, and in 2 turns that the dog does, he's up again and ready to go. So that's a really cool little trick because it pumps him up. But basic tricks, if it's especially for clients, to beg up, to crawl, to roll over, speak, wave. Those are pretty much the main basic tricks that there are.
Sit pretty, hug. I know I teach the dog to put its head down your shoulder, put him on the other shoulder, put a treat right there. Yeah, so many. But what I like about this type of training too is that it's very intimate with your animal. I mean, you're right there with them, and you love them up, and you pay them. It's like, good. I'm very proud of you, and it's real. It's not.
They know if it's not real.
What's that?
I said they know if it's not real. You cannot not lie to the dogs and say, "Come here, baby, I love you," because like they know better.
Let me see. Okay, so we have a question here from Tosh. What is the longest chain of behaviors you have pieced together for a certain trick?
For one trick? Oh, let me think. Oh, that's a good question because there are so many.
Well, she talks about chaining behavior. So anybody that isn't a dog professional, like when we were watching that video with Lucy.
Right. There's a chain of behaviors. Yeah, but you know what? There's unlimited amount of tricks that you can train with combined behaviors. Actually, like let's say for example, you want a dog to go and take the beer out of the refrigerator. Then you have from the position where the dog is at to where the refrigerator is to pull and open the door to which beer is the one that you wanted to pull out, to go and grab it, to pull it out, to come back, go back to the refrigerator and close the refrigerator. So you're talking, there's quite a few. It's really unlimited the amount of tricks or behaviors that you can just do. You can teach a dog to go up, grab your dirty socks, take your socks off, go and put them in the washer, close the washer, press the button. So it's go get the mail, open the mailbox, get the mail out, go back and close it. So it's just it's really up to your imagination what you want to do. I mean, I've done tons of them, especially in studio work. We've done a lot where the dog has to do like tons of them at the same time. And Jumpy, like he was an expert on that because he would just pattern like on the money. He would go to his mark, go here, go there, bark over there, pick something, take it to the actor, go jump out of the window, whatever he needed to do. And he was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 behaviors, and he'll get them done without even looking at me. It was just like straight. So there's a lot of behaviors that you can put together. I couldn't tell you specific which one, but like I said, it's really unlimited.
Well, and I think it's the proficiency of that particular dog too, and their ability to accept multiple type of abstract ideas and to be able to piece them together.
But then it's not so much the dog; is that the trainer has to train the dog to do it.
That's right.
My dogs are being like the puppies that I have now. They're being groomed to do that. Lucy's way advanced, and she's really, really good at that. Jazz is getting there. So this is like a ladder. They go according to as fast as they can go. I'm not going to push them, but that's what I do. I teach to hold, I teach to speak, I teach to go to mark, I teach to look that way, look this way, go left, go right, all that kind of stuff. And then whenever I decide to get a really cool trick together, then I just do it. 1, 2, 3, and it's done. And it's a lot of fun. Actually, what I'm planning on the little guy, the new one, is something really cool because I want to do. That's why you see me working from behind and the turns and stuff, because I really want to control this dog from a distance, from behind, and do all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to take a good 6 months plus, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, and that's it. Is that you're looking at this as, if you've heard him, folks, 6 months plus.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, we belong in a world of instant gratifications where we have these little boxes. We just heard one ringing there that allows us so much information, so many access to many different communication tools at literally a push of a button. And we belong to that society where we want things right now. And I think that's what happens is that with behavior, you have to stop and celebrate where you are. You don't want that dog getting too exhausted. You want that dog wanting more. There's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot that you just pick up just by being part of a community of people that are doing this, and that's it. Is like the people that aren't doing it, that say it can't be done, need to get the heck out of the way of people like Omar who are doing it, And
it takes time. It takes time to get it right, and you have to realize that some behaviors that you're teaching, if you push the dog, then you can hurt the dog. Like for example, like make you a quick example is the backflip that I do with my dogs. Jumpy had an amazing backflip, but it took me a good year to get it right. Some people want to finish it in a week, and it's possible, but you're taking way too many chances of this dog landing on his back or on his hind legs or getting hurt. With Jumpy, it was like very slowly, hey, quiet. Very, very slowly.
Hold on, your audio went out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, like I was saying, very slowly. It was never a straight flip. It was more like sideways, get him used to it. I mean, we're talking months of training into I start feeling that the dog would be great and he wasn't going to get hurt. I got called for commercials and stuff like that. They want me to do it. I'm not ready. When he was ready, that's when I brought him out, and it worked out well. He never had an accident on the backflip with him. So
fantastic, man. Hannah says hello, Hannah Wilson.
Hi, Hannah.
And Tosh says good things take time, and that's it, man. And just watching you work, just watching you come out with your dogs, with your puppies, doing a couple spins, doing them the other way, just doing little things here and there, using the toys, and how you engage with your dogs has helped me already, dude. And it's only been a week. I can't wait. I can't wait to see where this goes. So people, if you, if you're a dog professional, this is something that you need. It's something that I definitely recommend. It's omarvanmueller.live. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Von Live, and $39.95 a month. You cancel anytime. And it says, Hannah, hey, looking forward to learning more from you, Omar, she says.
Thank you, Hannah, anytime.
Yeah, as am I. And I think this is a great opportunity for you because this is in your house. This is what you do every day. You're nice and relaxed. Mm-hmm. And we see the rapport that you have with your dogs. And, I thank you for starting this page, and thank you for your time tonight, man. I want to let you go and go get ready. I know you got a busy weekend.
It's been good. Anytime, just give me a call, and I'll be glad to chat with you guys. No problem.
Oh, I'm going to. Well, all right, buddy. Well, thank you, everybody. And
all right, guys, take care. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, join omarvanmueller.live. And
we have some really cool stuff. I mean, like I said, right now we're just starting, but in the near future, we're going to have some really cool stuff. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of imagination, a lot of props that I'm going to bring in, and we're going to teach some cool stuff, some things that is not very common, and I don't know if you guys ever seen it out there because I have never seen it. I guess just the ideas coming up and doing new stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm looking for a round table for my training. I'm implementing a lot of the stuff that you're doing, and look forward to growing with you. Jackie says, thank you so much, guys. Look forward to signing up. Awesome, Jackie. We'll see you in the group. And Tosh says, thank you. So right. I'll say goodbye to you in just 1 second here, Omar. And goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.